Hello students, I'm going to address some subject or person shifts in your writing and how to avoid using you in an academic essay. So these are some suggestions for editing, and I'm going to teach using examples from student writing so that perhaps it would be easier for you to relate to the examples. Okay. Here we go. Subject or person shifts. Here's our first example. Reading the text in the ad, the average consumer would think that you only use it as long as it would normally take to wash your face. Our subject is consumer, but then the writer shifts it to you or your. We need to fix that. Here's how we do it. Reading the text in the ad, and I make consumers plural because it's a lot easier to have a pronoun referent. So reading the text in the ad, consumers might think that they only use it as long as it would normally take to wash their faces. Now that's good. That's the way we want it. Another thing we want to avoid in our writing are ambiguous pronouns. Ambiguous pronouns are vague. We don't know exactly to what they refer. Example, that they, that would be the consumers, only use it as long as it would normally take to wash their faces. What is it here? The writer does not enlighten us. Alright, so here are some editing suggestions for ambiguous pronouns. This is very simple. Use very specific language in your text. When we talked about elaboration previously to this, we talked about painstaking detail to help your reader understand, because you assume the reader does not know about what you are talking. So we're going to substitute the language no gray hair coloring product for the word it. So here's our sentence edited. That consumers only use no gray hair coloring product as long as they would normally take to wash their faces. Ah, very good. Now we understand what it is. So here we have subject shifts color-coded and ambiguous pronouns color-coded, pink first, yellow latter, and we note them by color and we edit them by color. So here's another sentence. Will there be any damage to your skin if you use it too long? Or no results if the consumer uses it for too little amount of time? Here we start out with you, which is erroneous, and then we shift to the consumer, so we have the subject shift, and then we have that vague pronoun, it. I don't like you to use it in your writing because all too often your readers don't know about what you are talking. So let's fix this with more specific language, and let's edit out the subject shifts by fixing it. Pink subject shifts, yellow ambiguous pronoun, edited out. Will there be any damage to the skin if the consumer uses the hair coloring product for too long? Or no results if the consumer uses no gray hair color for too little amount of time? Ah, now we know what's going on. Okay, here's an inappropriate use of you. Again, on the bottom quarter there are small pictures of the product that explains you simply mix the hair color product in your favorite hair color. On the bottom quarter, this is our editing. We're going to fix the use of you. We have to edit the use of you out at all times. On the bottom quarter, there are small pictures of the product which explains that consumers simply mix the product in their favorite hair color. So here are the rules to apply for pronoun use. We never use you in an academic essay. It's too informal, addressing the reader and having a conversation with him or her. That's not what we want to do. What we want to do is strive to use the third person subject, as in readers, consumers, people. Second rule, coherence. And that means it's bad form to shift from one subject to another, from consumers to you. This confuses your readers. Who then are you talking about? So that creates a problem with coherence. To edit that out, be alert for subject shifts, especially in the same sentence. Do not start off with consumers and end up talking about you. And lastly, rules to apply ambiguous pronouns. Limit the use or omit the use of the word it, because it doesn't refer to anything specific all too often, and the word it has no antecedent, and the reader is confused. Instead, use very specific language so that your audience is clear about what you are talking. Following these simple rules will add much coherence for your writing, which is good for writing that is incoherent, not easily understood. Any questions, email me with what you found useful and what needs further clarifying. And remember, you can do it if you apply these simple rules. Thank you.